Hello everyone! So today I will transform my hair from this to this. Here I just begin and I need to comb my hair before starting to section my hair and braiding the dreads into my hair. Yes. And what I like to do when I have sectioned my hair a little bit is putting my hair up in ponytails, and it looks kind of weird sometimes because I put them together just to keep the hair away of whatever I am braiding. But it will be so much better because then it will not all be tangled together. Yes, so that's just how I do that. And this time I have actually some new dreads that I'm putting in. Also these black ones that I'm using in the beginning here, they are also one of the new ones. I had just done an unboxing as well. I bought some secondhand Cybergoth stuff again from a friend, and so I got these black dreads and some of the blue and black twisted dreads, and also some of the neon green dreads, or all of the neon green dreads really. I just got from a friend, or bought secondhand, yes. And I'm very happy to be able to buy secondhand because, you know, I like saving money, and also then I can find some old stuff that is hard finding out there now, like old brands and stuff. And well, I just like me some of that treasure hunt feeling, you know. Is it only me having it that way, or are you the same, like loving secondhand stores just for the thrill of hunting whatever you like? This time I made sure to make bigger sections down at the bottom of my head, or at the neck of my scalp, or what you would call it, because I should not have the biggest weight of dreads down there. The biggest amount of dreads should be on top of my head, because it's up there that I want the volume of the most dreads. Because that's how I like to style it. So, and also because when I have the biggest amount of dreads on top of my head, all of those dreads will be hanging over or hanging down, and then also covering up any small mistakes or empty spots. So it will be easier to make it look like a full head of very nicely placed dreads. Whenever the dreads are mostly placed on top. And last time I actually made a mistake of this and put almost all of the dreads hanging in my neck, or at my neck, and it also feels a lot more heavy, the weight of it, whenever it is almost or the most of them are placed at the neck. So I feel that the weight of all these dreads are much more or better to be held whenever the most of the dreads are like straightly on top of my head. Yes, I hope that you understand what I mean. So to do that, I make bigger sections down at my neck, and then make the sections smaller and smaller as I go and work my way up to the top of my head. Yes. And here you see a little bit of almost the first row there done, or I actually think it was the first row done there. And I am turning all the time because I am trying to look in the mirror if I do the sections right. And I also have like that little old antique hand mirror to help me to get a view of my neck. It really helps a lot, that extra hand mirror. Like without that I could not be doing this, not at all. And if you look right, you can see that the neon green ones I have let double, and I don't know if it's only me doing that, but I don't find it too heavy on my head for whenever I want to lay small dreads double. I do it because I like a big volume in my hair, and that's also why I love the dreads, and I love the thicker dreads. And some of the dreads that I want to use for this combo is very, very thick, and that is the one with the yellow, neon yellow in. And then these green ones, they were just like too thin. They are like like 1 centimeter when they are totally puffed. And so if you push or flatten them, push them, they are like less than half a centimeter thick. But if they are just like they are like maybe 1 centimeter, maybe only half a centimeter sometimes. So that's why I put them double, to make it look more voluminous in total. Yeah, so but am I the only one doing that? Are you doing that? Oh, and here is an update, very slowly.
Trust the process, please. It looks really bad right now, but when it's done, I think it will be good.
And then onwards and upwards it goes, or we go, yeah. I think I already used like an hour on this just to get to this point. But I was actually really fast. Again, this took only 3.5 hours, and I think the last time I braided dreads in was also something like that. And that's fast, because I can see that I get better at doing it, and I am really happy for that. Some of the few first times when I braided in dreads in my hair like 4 or 5 years ago now, that took me 12 or 11 hours to do. So yeah, I'm very happy. 3.5 hours is like no time at all. I like it. And it's not only the time that has been like very much faster, but it's also the technique I've gotten better at. So I am faster at getting the dreads positioned right, I am faster at sectioning my hair right, and I am better at tightening the dread enough so that it doesn't fall out immediately after I braided it in, and then I have to like redone it. I've done that a lot in the beginning, and that's also why it took so long in the beginning, because I had to redo a lot of the braids all the time. So I have like conquered the technique, like not mastered, because I still have a lot to learn. I can always be better, but I have conquered, I would say, like, so the technique to get it to stay where I want it to. And for me it was just like try and error, just try it and then feel what works for me, because I saw tutorial videos, but I find that I don't do it just like the tutorials. And also with the balance thing of not tightening it too much so that you will get tension bumps on your head, on your scalp, and that will just like be very itchy, and it will be scratchy, and it will hurt and give you headaches, and it could actually give you more hair loss, because you could like be tearing out your hair by doing it too tight. So it is a balance. Yeah. But I am just very happy about how my hair gets whenever I do braid the dreads in it. Yes, and in this like time, I so much love having dreads in. Like, I cannot see a time right now for whenever I don't want to have dreads in, but I'm still like keeping my hair long, and I still want it to be longer again because I got a haircut this summer. And so it's actually not long right now, my hair. It used to be like longer, much longer. But hopefully it will get long, or it will get longer again. But I want to keep it long just so that I can, whenever I don't want to braid dreads in, I can have my long normal hair braids. Again, yes, and do other kind of stuff with my hair. And that is also why you see me, whenever I braid in the dreads, you see that a lot of my hair I don't braid. I just roll it around the dreads actually to end it up like that, so that I don't have to braid all the way down the dreads, because some of my hair is actually longer than the dreads. And that actually makes the process much faster and also easier. So that's a tip that I found, that oh yeah, I can just roll it up and then be done with it. So even though you have long hair, you can still get shorter braids or dreads in your hair. It's not a problem. And here is another update on how far I've come. And look at those green colors, they are just popping, and I love neon. I don't think I haven't told it before. Okay, that's ironic. Of course I have. I love neon. I really, really do, and I have said it many times. But again, yes, and you just saw a little glimpse of the yellow ones that I'm gonna be putting in as well. And it is just onwards and upwards. But which colors do you actually like, or would you like to have in your hair? Like I've said, I like neon colors. Which colors would you prefer? I would actually like to know. Please comment down below which colors you would like to have in your hair. It doesn't have to be something you color, it could be something you braid in your hair, or if it's just like imaginary. It doesn't mean you need to do it, but if you really could wish for, which color would you then want? Yeah. I think I have really come like far away, a long way it's called, sorry. English not my first language, and I know that you can all hear it. But sometimes I make mistakes. But I've come a long way with colors, because whenever I started dressing more Cybergoths, I only had one color and then black. Sometimes maybe also white in it, but black and one color. Because or else it would get too messy in my head at that time. And I really, really still love how the color pops a lot with the black contrast to it. But in these times, I just really, really love neon colors, and I love mixing neon colors a lot. Like not in my house, I still have like color schemed rooms. So one room is blue, and one room is like red and green stuff, and another one is purple and green stuff, but it's not purple, red, blue and green. So it's very color coordinated in my home, but in my clothing I've come a long way with having multiple neon colors at the same time. And that is actually quite surprising. And also with this hair transition now, I think I have chosen these neon colors right now because it's so dark here in Denmark. It's very, very dark in wintertime. So I think that I needed to get the bright colors out, just to keep some of my bright mood, or to light the dark away or something, light it up. Yeah, I think that's why. Also just because I love the neon colors, but I really think it's also just to get like a little bit of pop of color, because the nature is like very dull at the moment. Yes, and it's going to be like that for a few months still. So it's good that I can then do this with my hair and then get my happy serotonin that way. Yeah. And now you can see some of the yellow ones that I am beginning to braid into my hair. And I really love those yellow ones. And also together with the green ones, they are really, really good. Like using the green ones as the base on top of the blue and the black ones. And then the yellow ones on top, so that it looks like a shade. or fade almost whenever I put it up. I really like to do that so that the heavier, darker colors are at the bottom of my neck and then working my way upwards with the lighter colors. And I really like how it mixes like that. Ooh, so good. And you are gonna see it in the end as well. But I would really love to at some point to try and make like a split dye. So it would be like maybe neon yellow in one side and neon green in the other. But I couldn't do it this time, also because I don't have enough neon green ones, but also because the neon green ones are actually much longer than the neon yellow ones. So it would look way too awkward if one side was like 15 centimeters longer than the other. So it did not work for this time, sadly. But at some point, I will try to do a split color dread hairstyle. Yes, it would be awesome to do that. I don't know if it's going to be neon yellow or neon green. It depends on which dreads I get to be doing it with. But it will be exciting for the future. Oh yes, it will. But that is also something that I love with these dreads. I can, whenever I take them out, I wash them again. I give them a deep cleanse every time after use, even though I also wash my hair once a week whenever I have them braided in, and I have them for at least a month at a time. Sometimes 1.5 months and sometimes 2 months whenever I don't have time to get it out before. But the longer I have them in, the harder they are to get out, so just remember that. I give the dreads a deep cleanse after every use, and then I can mix all my dreads up again to mix it in with any other color that I want, actually, that I have. And all the time I try to look out for it secondhand on Marketplace or on other secondhand groups or sites, so that I can slowly add up to my collection of threads and then mix up with other colors. So that will be making of many other exciting color combos for the future. Yes, and I'm really excited about it. Oh yes. And just look at it, look at the shades with the green and then the yellow on top. I'm almost done. I only lack like a few on top of my head, and you can really see how the thick dreads with the neon yellow on top are shorter than the green ones underneath. And you can see that it's really nice shading, if you ask me, with those on top, also because they are shorter. So it looks like it is cut that way, and I just find that very pleasing to my eye. But I also like these colors and like this style of hair. It's okay if you don't like it, but I like it this way. And in the beginning I didn't really braid dreads into my forehead hair, or what you would call it, like the hair in your forehead. But as I gotten better, I do it every time because I actually find it way better to have dreads in all of the hair.
Oh, I'm done. This is a personal new record. It took me 3.5 hours to braid in all of these. I love it so much. Write this down. Totally cyber hair. I love it. I love all the neon. Oh yes! So, I will now be playing a little bit with my hair and then going to bed because I have work tomorrow. And And thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.